Quick disclaimer. Should we comment on the author of a fanfiction, we are simply using context clues based on the content of the fanfiction being read. These comments are speculative and not meant to be insulting or judgmental towards the author. Similarly, any statements or opinions read as part of the fanfictions do not necessarily represent the values of the hosts. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pick a Fic. My name is Jason, and with me is my brother, Micah.
Hello.
Off to a great start. So, as you all know, actually, I forgot to talk about the video games.
The what? The video games?
Or is it movies? What do we do?
You're a movie.
I will never remember this. I normally ask you before, but I forgot about Pleasantries.
You have to ask me every single time.
Editor, cut that out. Movies. Oh, The Wild.
So wild.
Oh, this would have been a good time to use my funny transition that I told myself I would keep using. I'm not on top of things today. It's been a while since we recorded. But yeah, we watched The Wild, Disney's Pixar killer, one of two. I don't know. Would you say this was better or Valiant? Which was the better Pixar killer?
They were all. I mean, this one has Solid Snake in it.
So no, not Solid. Big Boss.
Oh yeah, sorry. It has
Boss.
Big Boss. My apologies.
It was just Snake with no prefix.
Right. I don't wear much from Valorant, other than their pigeons.
Ewan McGregor.
Okay, Ian.
So
McGregor.
you got the Star Wars guy or the Metal Gear guy? Although McGregor had already played Obi-Wan, I think. Yeah, because that was 2005. So he would have already played Obi-Wan, whereas Kiefer Sutherland had not played Snake yet.
I do think that Valorant was more original with this concept.
Really?
While the Wild, like, okay, I know, again, like, everybody thinks that, like, says, like, oh, it's a Madagascar ripoff, but, like, to
it's
me,
not.
It's
really.
more. It's like it's not just Madagascar. It's also like Finding Nemo, and like the Madagascar.
It's Madagascar in the sense that it's zoo animals going to like nature, in this case the wild. But it's Finding Nemo because father-son relationship issues. Also, son
goes missing.
Like voluntarily goes missing.
Yeah.
What was another one people were saying? There's a couple. It's like a mismatch of a bunch of like mid 2000s, early 2000s animated movies. It's like because it's also got like the Lion King in it too.
Yeah.
It's just everything you can think of.
It just goes like it's just so like so directionless. Like at one point it's just the zoo, and oh wow, it's like a secret society zoo, and then next it's like oh you're exploring the streets of New York, and then you're in the sewers, and then you're on boats. And then you're in the wild, and now it's like a religious cult, and it's just I don't
literally
understand.
like the script writers were doing, and then this, comma, and then this, comma, and that was the whole movie. There wasn't much transition. It was just like, oh, we're in the, now we're on the boat segment. This is the boat segment, and then it just cuts to the wild segment, and it's like, it just keeps going.
Yeah,
it just keeps going. It has like it's not like horrible. It has like, for a non-Pixar movie, it looks okay. It's passable. If I saw that in theaters, I wouldn't vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Valorant. Although to be fair, Valorant is still DVD only to this day.
Yeah,
whereas The Wild did get a Blu-ray because it was 2006. Oh, that extra year really did a lot.
Yeah. So The Wild is like it's definitely worth watching out of curiosity, but not something.
It should be on Disney Plus. I think I read reviews of people saying
I think it's
on
Disney Plus. But...
So go watch it on Disney Plus. Don't pay for it like I did.
Yeah. Gosh, I am so tired. I not only did I do my workouts today, but I also was trying to beat the secret boss from Deltarune Chapter 5. And that's definitely going to be like 2 hours to be trying to beat because it is
That's why I don't
hard. But I
secret
am in
bosses.
love with it. If you know, you know, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I I'm excited to pour like hours into one single boss for some reason. That's just I didn't like it during like Hollow Knight and stuff because that's also like Hollow Knight's like boss structure, but I don't know. I just like Deltarune's like gameplay style like, a bit more, I guess. But so yeah, I am pretty out of it, but I have enough energy for one fan fiction, Jason.
Well, that's good. Because do you want to talk about the end of the Disney marathon?
Oh gosh,
I know you're transitioning, but like I don't want to transition
was.
yet.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can talk about the Disney marathon.
Hello, everybody. This is Editing Micah here. So for this segment, we just talked about our experience going through our Walt Disney Animated Picture Marathon. It went on for a bit longer, around 30 to 40 minutes, so I've decided to cut this part entirely and put it as a separate own video. Get you to the fan fiction much quicker. If you're interested in it, it should release at around the same time that this video releases. So it's just us, talking about our experience going through every single Walt Disney picture animated movie, from the beginning all the way up to the like most recent movie. And that includes all Pixar and Disney Toon movies. So it's just us going through our experiences, our favorites, our least favorites, and if that's something that you're interested in, please go check it out.
Now I'm gonna cut the Disney cast, and now we're gonna start.
Uh,
We're a mess. Welcome back to Pick a Fic, the Pick a Fic show that picks the fickle pick. The wild. And I already made that transition joke. We are talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, specifically Sonic Riders many years later. The guy I went to buy Disney Infinity figures from today, I'm gonna assume it was his daughter, was very excited about a Chaos Emerald she had. She showed me her Chaos Emerald, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And they had Sonic Cross Shadow Generations up on the monitor underneath their TV. It was an interesting. They had two cats too. It was awesome. That was cool. I want to go back. I want to buy more Disney Infinity figures. But this isn't about Disney Infinity yet. This is about Sonic Riders many years later. The fan fiction we have been. I don't know how many parts we've recorded, but this is the 12th chapter of the fan fiction. We've been following this. We're gonna follow it all the way through to the end, if there is an end. Although judging by its last updated date, it probably is an end. This is actually before. Do you want to recap the audience like you've been doing?
I will do my best because it's been a while since I've even edited that.
Yeah, it has been a couple weeks since we recorded anything.
So the last episode was about the Soul Dimension and what's going on in the Soul Dimension. So Blaze is teamed up with Marine the Raccoon and Silver the Hedgehog to essentially stop slave trafficking. Essentially,
it's pretty based, honestly.
Very based. Like Marine's like.
Doesn't Marine do blackface?
We think she does blackface, but no, she's just in like a black like skin tight suit because she's like going on the water and stuff.
I thought she changed the color of her hair.
I don't know. Listening to it again, I have no idea why nastories like wrote it like that. It's so confusing. But no, I really think it was just the suit.
Okay.
That is why she was referenced as a black raccoon. Because I'm presuming that she just wore it the entire time. But yeah, and then it just revealed that like the final like 2-3 paragraphs that it
was Marine the whole time, and it's
it's just so
cool
because it took us like 5 to 10 minutes to figure out if it actually is Marine, because nastories just doesn't want to give us information apparently.
Also, didn't write her with the pirate accent.
Yeah, that's
which didn't help.
Right. Johnny was there. We thought Johnny died, but no, Johnny escaped. So we might see more of Johnny.
I hope we see more of Johnny.
Yeah, me too. Silver literally lifts an entire pirate ship with his psychokinesis, and like, so bro's like upped his power level quite a bit since.
Do you think he met
06.
Goku?
What?
Do you think he met Goku and Goku showed him a few things?
I don't think Goku would teach Silver anything.
Do you not think so?
No, but if a fight,
Which Dragon Ball character would vibe with Silver the most?
Trunks, because Silver is just Trunks, like literally carbon copy.
See, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. That's why I'm asking.
But in a fight, Silver would beat Goku.
Silver beat Goku?
Testicular to torsion.
Testicular torsion.
That's all you gotta say.
Also, he would just throw Goku into the invisible wall.
Yeah.
I don't even think even Goku could break the invisible wall.
Yeah. What else happened? Yeah, Blaze is like, she was like sleep deprived because she's just she has to stop these slave traffickers, but
it's like when you're young and you're thinking of like, oh, what if I made a story, and then you for your character to suffer, they have to be doing the most absolute extreme dramatic version of it. It's like, instead of like, oh, Blaze is sleep deprived, Blaze has literally not slept for so long that she's falling asleep during meetings, but forcing herself to stay awake, and then gets tricked into falling.
4 cups of coffee, as it says.
Four cups of coffee. She has to get tricked by Silvermarine to fall asleep in the most comfortable bed.
They push her in the bed, and she immediately falls asleep.
For like 3 days, probably. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was a long time. And it's just like, or you could just say like, she was getting a couple hours of sleep a night, and that's sleep deprivation. But kids don't know that, because I mean, I shouldn't say kids. Young people don't know. This is kind of like middle school meme mindset, where it's just like, oh, and then he got his arm chopped off, and also his eye cut off, and 30 scars across his chest.
There was like a really interesting fight between Johnny and Marine, where like, because like Marine has like water powers, I guess. She can like she can like manipulate drinkable water, specifically drinkable water.
That's a very good way to address the plot hole of the ocean.
Yeah. But like, they guys are getting in a pretty cool fight on the ship. But yeah, nothing really happens. And going to Tails and Wave, also really nothing. Tails asks what the babbling rogues have been up to.
So this is Wave's backstory. And the rest of the other two doofuses.
Yeah. Oh, it's everything in the More Things Changes part 4 probably would never ever be relevant ever again.
I mean, I hope the characters are. That's the thing, though. It's like, it's the Sonic problem of like, they introduced every single side character from every single canon, and now it's like the ones you like probably aren't going to show up, and if they do, it's not going to be for that long.
Yeah.
Like Shade the Echidna is mentioned and is a major part of Knuckles' backstory. I promise she's not going to be in the rest of it.
We've been playing Sonic Chronicles for nothing?
Probably.
No.
Good thing I haven't done that yet. Keyword is yet. But anyway, that was a little backstory. I think it's about time we get right into Sonic Riders many years later, by Nastories, Chapter 12, The More Things Changes, Part 5. This is it starts off with an author's note where Wave is talking to the author Nastories. So I will attempt to remember my Wave voice for this. The title should be instead, hey look, I know a little about the Sonic canons. Praise me.
My fanfic, my rules, girl.
All you are doing is making fun of your characters and making them act out of character. That's literally what Sonic Boom is been doing.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
And then in asterisks, not parentheses, it says Wave changes the topic because she doesn't know what to answer. Why didn't even bother to try and write about the secret rings? When will you have When will you ever have that chance?
I have barely played any of that game. Too uncomfortable to play.
Facts.
Neither know anything about the 1,000 Nights and One Night book.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
For sure. It is called the 1,000 Nights and One Night.
The One Night book.
Lost opportunity there to satisfy all the Secret Rings fan.
Yeah.
Fan is singular.
The 5 people that like that game.
Suddenly, 500 people that liked the game appeared and started beating me up. You asked for that, you know. You totally stole this from K-Force, I think it's another author.
She was not the first to do something like this, you know.
Then someone grabs my head and smash it against the floor. Author's note, I got no idea where this came from. I think I might be high on air or something.
Boom womp.
Okay. Now for the burning question. Who is the weird man wearing a lab coat?
A voice, dude. Just go for it.
We have to figure out.
No,
which
I looked. We just gotta go for it. If it's someone specific, literally have no idea.
Okay.
I was skimming through this, trying everything.
Glad you've been paying attention. Since you were complaining about not being anyone last time, you get to be the weird man.
All right. I know there was something here. The UFO should be here.
A weird man wearing a lab coat and a hat with a string holding a tiny toy make UFO was at the door, looking quite frantic. Orange hair. Oh my gosh. This has to be Sonic X. Who's orange hair and pajamas?
I wonder who has orange hair with the clown ass shoes.
I don't know what you're talking. It's the guy, the race guy, the racer.
Of course,
the racer guy. He has orange hair
Jason,
and
you
pajamas.
just gotta admit it. You just gotta admit it. You gotta do it. Say it. Say it.
Sora from Kingdom Hearts has entered the canon. What does he sound like? He sounds
I'm the doctor.
He sounds like a bitch, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. Oh you bet. Oh you bet.
Doctor, there's no such thing as UFO here. Probably a false alarm. The man. Oh, no, it's not a man. The man, with the baby boy with orange hair and pajamas said, rubbing his eyes. He sounded tired, clearly wanting to end this conversation as soon. It's not Chris. It can't be. But who would blame him? It was Sorry, it's 1:45 a.m. They didn't say 3 a.m.
They did not say. Nastories, are you really a Sonic fan?
Are you really a Sonic X fan if you don't remember Grandpa just saying it's 3 a.m.?
We quote that like all the time for absolutely no reason.
Don't even remember the context behind it. I just know he's doing the Garfield Christmas thing where he's like, someone's bothering him in bed. He's like, it's 3 a.m.
Yeah. Don't lie to me. My scanners detected activity over your house. Plus, you once housed Sonic the Hedgehog and his friends.
Still could be someone.
Hiding alien activity is unforgivable.
He said, flailing his arms like crazy. Get it? Because this was an anime, and that's what they do in anime. Doc, I was 10 years old.
10 years old?
I read that wrong, sorry. Doc, I was a 10-year-old kid back then. I understand that was wrong, he admitted. He then sighed, trying to think though what he was going to say next. What? Is this a doctor at his door?
I guess? I have no idea.
Doctor, I am also a man of science. Do you realize how little the probability is that Sonic or someone from his world would crash at my house in the middle of the night again? He sounded as reasonable as possible, putting a hand on his chest. There was a bit of silence between them.
Yes,
he admitted, seeing the logic in his reasoning. You also realize that new high-tech planes and drones have been confused several times for UFOs, especially the new models that appear with time?
Yes,
he said, even more defeated and depressed. Oh, dang it.
There we go.
Chris couldn't help but feel sympathy for the crazy scientist. He was well aware of how special was to have Sonic and company and his friends, Ever since that day, many people were jealous of him, especially in the science community, of the fact that he had, quote, different dimension life forms, or DDL as they called them, in his life, living under his roof. He remembered how his grandpa reacted when he saw Sonic for the first time, trying to open him as if he was a machine or something, and tried to open him up. Look, sir, if I see a signal of an UFO or an alien or something, you will be the first one to be informed.
Like I haven't heard that one before.
He spat, throwing his arm carelessly. Have you ever heard it from someone who met said life forms before? Chris answered, lifting an eyebrow. This is way too, smart for Chris. Adult Chris was even just a little baby boy.
Yep.
Like, Sonic, I want to go see Sonic again.
I want to go see Sonic in space.
I want to kiss
flower people.
I want to kiss Sonic. He knew he had the man where he wanted. However, the man in front of Chris saw some movement. Instinctively, he pushed him to the side, opened more the half-open door, and touched a bottom on his. All right.
Yeah.
Bottom means button in this nastories world. The UFO toy lit up, illuminating the living room. What he found was a dog, a full-grown Great Pyrenees white dog, holding a green humanoid. Holding with what? A green humanoid bird with shoes and gloves, or something similar. The man couldn't quite look at it from his point of view. Okay. Chris immediately grabbed the man by the arm with a strong yank, threw the man out of his house. Get out! Chris shouted. The man fell, hitting the pavement. The latter turned around, looking surprised at the man. The latter.
Yeah, so the old man, this is still,
This is the man. The man is talking.
Okay. Listen, I was hoping to humor you and to let you go without problem. But if you're going to barge in like that, then I need you to stop you right there. Now get up before I decide to call the police.
The man spat harshly. That was supposed to be Chris talking.
Yeah, it's just because they're two men.
Two men are a lot.
Two men
to
is
handle.
Because remember, yeah. So I guess
That's what I just said.
So I guess if that was supposed to be Chris, then I guess I'll be. Yeah. Okay. If you don't have anything to hide, then you wouldn't act so rashly. What was inside the dog's mouth?
He asked, pointing with his finger. The doctor, however, was shaking, clearly intimidated by Chris. I forgot the voice I did. That was a doll made out character from Sonic's design. You know, the ones that are all over the world in almost every house, he snapped. The man at the floor looked more concerned, so Chris took a breath of air, easing his mind. The doll belongs to my kids. They always leave them lying around, and my dog grabs them like toys. It is annoying. Now, will you leave by good manners, or do we have to get rough? Chris said, pulling up one sleeve. This is not Chris. The doctor lifted himself fast, running away.
You haven't heard the last of me,
he said while running away. Chris sighed again. Believe me, I know it, he said to himself, knowing from experience how obsessive some Sonic fans are. Hey, that was a meta joke. That was a meta joke. Then some crash sound came from inside the house. Chris sighed again. It was too late to deal with this. If it's in the morning, wouldn't it be too early? Entered his house. He walked in the dark, not switching on any light yet. He knew his way in the dark, and if he lit several lights, it would probably look suspicious. Yeah, at night, when you turn on the lights, it looks suspicious.
There you go.
In
your own house, by the way.
He imagined that crazy man was still looking into the house in the distance, probably with binoculars. He, however, lit the light on the kitchen, a room more difficult to look clearly from the outside.
So there are things called blinds that you can just use. It's just a blindless house.
Bro, it's Chris. He probably doesn't even know what blinds are.
It's not like he doesn't have them. He just doesn't know what they are.
Come back here, you coward! He heard a shout. Then, the dog passed running into the kitchen, followed soon by the green bird Anthro. Said Anthro was holding a fan thingy. Chris was alarmed when he noticed it. The Birdman started waving it, pulling it down. Chris reacted by grabbing his hand, not letting him finish the movement. What the? Jet said, trying to escape from his grasp, but Chris' hand... That was very close to Chris Chan. That was... but Chris' hand wouldn't let him go. Jet tried kicking the man, but Chris blocked it, also with his leg, though winced at the strength of the hawk. I recommend you letting me... Oh, wait. Yeah. I recommend you letting me go before you really get hurt. If this fan is anything like Amy's hammer, then I am not letting this go anytime soon, Chris answered. However, Jet looked at him with surprise. Wait, Amy's hammer? As in Amy Rose? The hawk asked. Exactly, Wave's voice was heard close by. Soon she entered, accompanied by a blonde woman in a wheelchair, and Storm carrying one kid over his shoulder and a young girl hugging him on the side. Storm was shaking the kid a bit, knowing the little guy liked it.
You're so fluffy,
little girl exclaimed. However, quickly losing interest in Storm, she moved closer to Wave.
Are you fluffy?
She asked Wave excitedly, opening her arms into a hug position. You try hugging me and you lose a finger, Wave said, without any restraint. The girl froze on her place before throwing herself at her mother's legs, crying.
The bird woman was mean. Blah!
What did it do?
She's just girl. She's just girl.
I thought so.
Yeah.
There, Helen said, patting her daughter's back. At that moment, everyone in the room gave Wave a bit of a glare for her mannerism. What? I am simply not as open or friendly as this guy, so stop it, she answered, giving them the back. So, are you guys friends with Sonic the Hedgehog? Chris asked, trying to get things moving. Hawk caught a breath, ready to answer, shouting, and Wave put a hand on his beak, stopping him from talking. Yes we are, Wave lied. Chris and Helen obviously understood they were hiding something. Wait, really? I couldn't tell. So, how did you guys fall on our dimension? Chaos control accident? Helen asked.
No, we want to explore the dimensions,
Storm said, lifting his fist.
But we ran into trouble.
So, you are stuck on this dimension for now, Chris continued. Look, pal, just because we found some problems doesn't mean I can't handle it, Wave defended. So you are stranded for now, Chris reiterated with a deadpan face and tone. Wave was frustrated by his answer, a vein popping on her head. Oh! The little girl said, getting super excited out of nowhere. She then threw herself at her father with pleading eyes.
Daddy, can we keep them? Just like when you were a kid? Can we?
The girl asked with a continuously higher pitch. Hey, we are not pets, Jet shouted. They got a point there, sweetie. Sonic and the others chose to stay. I couldn't force them, Chris answered. Not even when you tried to, Helen quipped, winking only one eye.
Dang.
As opposed to winking both eyes. Chris swore he felt a tiny stab at the left side of his abdomen thanks to her divorce. After that, there was a bit of a stare between the two, not only as a playful challenge for her joke, but also to ask a silent question for Helen. She understood it, nodding as an answer. So what do you say? We don't have a problem if you stay here for a few days to fix any problems you might have, Helen offered. What would we get from such a deal? Wave asked. Beds, food, not getting hunted down by normal people? Helen numbered. This is all of them.
What?
The bird anthro shouted. Yeah, Sonic was a big deal back then. If anyone finds out that more of his friends fell on our world again, people will go nuts. Maybe they will rip you of your feathers, quill by quill. Perhaps something worse, Chris suggested, without any real malice, just commenting lightly. Stop messing around, Jet challenged. We aren't, they answered in unison.
There was this Christmas when 5 kids got hurt because they were fighting for a Tails doll,
the little girl said. I just kicked a guy out of the house because he detected you guys, Chris said. The Babylon rogue started to show concern. Wave and Storm stared at their leader, waiting for his decision. Jet sighed. I guess staying a day or two won't hurt anyone, Jet admitted. On cue, the dog threw on the bird leader. What?
You just gotta read it.
On cue, the dog threw on the bird leader, the hawk ending below the beast belly.
So like, it's like when the dogs like they you know.
That's I
They,
mean,
like,
you should explain that
they put-
verbally.
They
so
like they go on.
they jump on you.
on 2 paws, and they like.
They jump on you.
Okay, I guess in a literal sense, yeah. I guess
That's what it is. They jumping on you.
I guess.
They excited. The dog excited.
So you do get it.
I not from the words on the screen, from what you told me. Yes, I
Okay.
do get it. Threw on the bird leader.
You're really hung up about this, aren't you?
The green bird was beyond annoyed. Beast, I hope you're happy with yourself, Jet said, his voice low, trying to sound normal, but there was clear anger coming from his tone. Because now you will. See my true power, he roared, slipping off the dog and starting to run toward it with the fan in hand, the dog running away from the bird, enjoying the game. Wait! Don't destroy the house! Chris shouted, following the two. The rest of the people just observed at ease. Guess we are stuck here for now, Wave said, not looking too happy about the situation. Can we at least get a name? They don't even know their names yet. Helen blinked a bit, realizing until now that they hadn't presented each other. Sorry. I keep forgetting what voice I do for her. My name's Helen. The girl is Samantha.
Hi!
Samantha shouted. The little kid is Chucky, and the one following your leader is my husband, Chris. We are the Thorndike. Back with Wave and Tails.
No way!
Tails exclaimed, surprised and happy, the happiest Wave had seen him so far.
You met Chris and Helen just after you left the dimension? And they were married? With 2 kids?
Yes, I just said that. Are you deaf or something? She insulted.
Whatever, bird bitch. I'm just too happy for them to care.
That's good. Bird bitch. I'm gonna keep that. Sure, yeah, that's in the dictionary. Who are you calling a bird bitch? Wave snapped. Tails pulled out his tongue. It's just the way he describes, nastories describes things. Like, Tails didn't stick out his tongue, he pulled it out. So I'm thinking with his hand. She said, looking away from the fox. Well, I hope you are happy because you aren't getting anything else from me, she said.
Wave, don't be mean. I was just joking,
Tails said, sounding still playful. No, she said.
Come on, girl. I'm sorry.
Just a Tails thing to say.
I know.
She let go another not saying anything else.
A non-loudmouth Wave, huh? I never thought this day would come.
He joked again. If you haven't noticed, you have done you have talked much more than me all night long.
Details.
The fox joked, shrugging. For audio listeners, that's DE hyphen and then Tails his name.
Because he wants the details, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure because
Yep.
I myself am an audio only listener. I feel you. I see you. OMG, that was so bad. Leave the stupid jokes to Sonic. She face-palmed. Tails just laughed softly.
Yeah. Seriously? You're just a brawny Eggman wannabe, and now this?
Actually, wait, is this her? Yeah, this is her still, I think.
Oh,
Seriously,
yeah.
you were suddenly a brooding Eggman wannabe, and now this?
Want me to be a boring one-dimension guy? Really?
He joked. A moment later, Tails' expression went somber again. He looked down at his tea. He looked down at his tea.
I bet you didn't know, but a month in our dimension was a year in theirs.
Tails had a smile plastered on his face. Oh shit, Wave thought. She just remembered that Tails said that they were married instead of they are. If they aged the same way that the humans in this dimension, it was likely that they were dead by now.
Oh my gosh.
By age or by any other means, unless they had also dimension travel or maybe even time travel, but this was extremely unlikely. Wave softened her expression. Guess it is still not the time to feel non-loudmouth, is it? Back at the X dimension, a day after they crashed there. Broom. It's supposed to be like the car, like broom.
Oh,
like
I didn't know. I thought he was like meditating or something.
Storm made sounds with his mouth, carrying the two. Also, how do you make? Never mind. I was about to question something that I shouldn't have questioned. Carrying the two kids on his back with his hands, he was running around in the small garden, having the two kids feel the sense of speed. Meanwhile, Jet had been caught again by the dog, being held on his mouth while the bird Anthro flailed like crazy. Let me go, you super developed freak! But the dog didn't seem to care in the slightest. Meanwhile, Wave was with the Thorndike adults, although only one of them was acting like an adult. Oh, this is Chris. Incredible! Wow, this is unbelievable! Since the Swallow presented them with her ship's blueprint, Chris had acted like a kid in a candy store, not believing that real-life machines were fueled by wind and nothing else. Don't misunderstand, wind energy from mills is nothing extraordinary, but the way it generates so much energy was unbelievable. He kept watching at the blueprints, his eyes beaming happiness. What a little kid, Wave spat. I know! You can even hear him in his sleep about how much he likes his toys, Helen agreed. Oh god, that sounds annoying. They're not labeling his talking anymore. Less than you think. It gets adorable at times, and good for blackmail at times. Ha! I guess you guys aren't all goody two-shoes, huh? What can I say? A lot of people try to take advantage of weak people. Good thing I am not. But Wave, something here seems wrong. In fact, the only problem is that you are out of energy. What, was there a problem? Chris interrupted the girl banter. Eggman, do you know about him? Wave said bluntly. The Thorndike answered with their heads. So all you need is wind energy then? You make it sound like it's easy. To fill the tanks, we need a whole tournament of sound speed racers. Several racers at those speeds. The Thorndikes exchanged looks, seemingly having a conversation just with that. Is any of you guys a skilled pilot or racers? Helen asked. All of us on both categories, Wave said confidently. I'm just going to assume this is Chris. I know someone who will help us, but he will only help if he can compete against a fast racer. He tried to beat Sonic several times, but he couldn't. Though, thought he always gave Sonic a run for his money. What do you say? What is highlighting? Have you noticed that? There's this random, bold...
I just noticed that right now, yeah.
No problem. Jet has beaten Sonic in races before. He doesn't seem nearly as fast, Helen commented. I know I keep forgetting what voice I do for it. Looking at the hawk running after the dog again with no success. You will see. Back to the present. Okay, this is Wave. Tell me though, what exactly are the Thorndikes? They brought several supersonic jets and cars in a matter of days, and then filling the ship took just hours instead of a month of racing. Like, damn, that's insane. She said, we genuinely surprised, throwing her arms to the air in emphasis.
Chris was a rich boy, and he had an uncle in the Special Forces, a high-speed cop group or something like that, who's probably the one you raced against.
Well, I must admit, I am impressed. I didn't think they were that capable.
I am impressed too, but I don't find it unexpected either. He grew a lot last time I saw him. I am happy for him.
I am surprised you guys are the ones that Thorndike... Or is this still... Oh, no, sorry. I am surprised you guys are the ones that Thorndike's met. I mean, we travel to several dimensions, very different from one another, but more often than not, we were stuck with some other type of Sonic and company, she said, slightly annoyed.
You are kidding.
Tails challenged, not ready to believe her. I wish I were, Wave answered, with annoyance. Flashback! Sonic the Hedgehog! Oh. Sonic the Hedgehog, I challenge you! Jet shouted, pointing at the hedgehog with his finger. This Sonic, however, was not the one he knew before. He was taller and slimmer, wore a brown bandana around his neck, and had a strange fetish for bandages, both on his ankles and wrists.
Gosh, Nastories was foreshadowing this whole time in the author's note. We didn't catch it.
What was the problem with the bandages? Was it just because they were decorative instead of functional?
I think it was just like it was too much because every character had bandages.
Okay, to be fair, I haven't played the games. When I watched the show, it definitely fits with the world, though.
Yeah,
it's a very like scrappy, like DIY world where everyone just kind of like.
Yeah, pretty underdeveloped.
Yeah.
So the designs make sense, but I think when the character reviews were first.
I have to keep remembering that. It's like, I have the context of the fact that that game exists and that show exists. I remember when I saw that, I thought the same things, though. I was like,
why
does it look this way?
All like handkerchiefs and bandages and spikes. Like, it just looks so weird to me, but yeah.
At his side was also Eggman, also slightly different. He looked slimmer, too, wore baggy pants and his shirt and had some white and yellow cloth at the side. At that exact moment, however, he and Sonic were dancing. Really? They were making break-dance moves at the sounds of a funky-sounding tune spinning around on a mat. Do you want to be Boom Sonic? I know I'm normal dimension Sonic.
Yeah, I can be Boom Sonic. Yeah, I finally beat somebody. In a minute.
Sonic told him, changing their moves to that Russian dance with their arms crossed. You predicted Sonic 2!
Yeah.
Predicted Sonic 2!
Oh
what are you doing? Jet asked.
Dancing. Isn't it obvious?
Why?
To determine who is the best, of course. And that will be me.
Sonic answered. I gotta go to our voice list. Okay, I was Eggman. Do you want to be alternate dimension Eggman too? I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm another old man in this one, so.
Dream on, Hedgehog! I bet you once before and I will do it again, Eggman told him.
You're the one who is dreaming,
Sonic answered. Jet stood there for a moment, trying to process what was going on. About a second later, so why did you need to transition?
I think something that Nastories doesn't like Sonic Boom. I get a hunch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I get a little hunch.
This seems very respectful to this.
And I think that that was a little vent session, you know? Anyway.
About a second later.
Boss, what are you doing?
Storm asked, watching Jet dancing alongside Sonic and Eggman, now dancing tap. Dancing? Isn't it obvious? Jet answered.
Why?
Because I will beat this hedgehog in every way possible, he said, now dancing something that required a lot of pelvis movement.
I don't even.
Some other day.
Put your head there,
Storm told Knuckles, pointing a piece of bread. Storm had put a loaf of bread on the table, and the bulky echidna obeyed. Then Storm added pickles, some pepperoni, salt, pepper, tomato, tuna, ketchup, and another loaf of bread. to hold the thing together, he used 2 large tooth sticks at both sides.
There it is, the knuckle sandwich.
Storm shouted proudly, shaking his hands in awe. Who was Knuckles?
I know. I think this is still Boom. I think this is Boom, maybe. I don't know.
I don't have Knuckles written down.
Who? Lady Knuckles a few episodes ago. Gosh.
Well, it's Boom Knuckles, so I guess it doesn't technically matter. Who wants to be Knuckles?
Is this like Knuckles and Storm? So.
What?
Do you want to be Knuckles?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, sounds delicious, Knuckles said before proceeding to bite his dinner. The moment his teeth sunk into the sandwich, he felt an incredible pain. Ouch! Storm made his best to repress his laughter, watching how Knuckles was causing himself so much damage.
He is even dumber than me,
Storm thought. However, Knuckles didn't stop at the first bite. He continued. With each bite, he shouted in pain, but he didn't stop. He continued taking bite after bite. Storm soon stopped thinking it was amusing. He thought he would enjoy being bad to his rival for just a tad longer, but alas, he wasn't that kind of anthro. There was about only half of the bread left before Storm stopped him.
Stop!
What? Look, I'm thanking you for making me this sandwich, but if you want some, could we wait till I end this to make another? Knuckles told Storm.
It wasn't really a sandwich. I pranked you. I'm sorry. You have been biting yourself this whole time.
Storm admitted, looking down, not able to look at him through the eye. I can't believe it, Knuckles said with awe. Storm knew it was going to blow into anger. Although the reason why Knuckles was really angry was something he really didn't see coming. You weren't going to give me food? The albatross blinked twice.
That's what has you upset?
You might prank a man. You might tell him he is stupid. You may even take advantage of that man's stupidity. But if there is an untold rule between men that cannot be broken even, you never mess with a man's meal. Knuckles spoke solemnly, inspiringly, and much more complicated than what the albatross expected from him.
What?
It was all Storm could answer. I don't know either, he shouted, picking a giant rock that was nearby and used it as a club to hit the albatross. All Storm could do at the time was run. Meanwhile, Wave laughed at how the whole thing played off. Suddenly, she felt a strange breathing on her shoulder. Do you mind? She told the orange badger, which wearing foil paper over her head. She was ignoring all boundaries of personal space, her head just centimeters away from her neck.
No, I don't,
Styx answered, invading Wave's personal space even more.
I never thought that brain-sucking dimension aliens would look like birds,
She commented as she checked Wave's braids. Get off of me, you beast! Wave shouted, trying to kick her, but Styx dodged her easily. Like anything will ever want your brain for anything.
Aha! So you admit you are guilty.
Styx shouted and pointed with a finger. I never said that, Wave shouted. Out of nowhere, Styx pulled out a big hollow tree log, carrying it over her shoulder.
Prepare for the pain!
Styx shouted, aiming at Wave. Seriously, what are you going to do with that log? Oh, sorry. Seriously, what are you going to do with that log? She mocked, putting her hands on her hips. Out of nowhere, a boom sound came from the log, as well as smoke on the side that was at the back of Styx, and a pineapple coming at high speeds, hitting Wave and pushing her a few feet away. Wave was stunned after that hit, and Styx put herself quickly above Wave, pointing her with the cannon again.
Any last words?
It's just a log! It doesn't even have a pineapple inside right now! How are you doing this? Wave was too fixated on these facts to care about her being pointed out with a gun.
Only a brain-drinking alien would choose those as her last words!
Styx shouted. Another other day.
All right, another Sonic Boom venting session, but you know we get those here and there. Who the frick is Zooey?
I'm pretty sure that's a comic character.
Oh no, there are so many characters.
The Sonic Wiki, Zooey Smith. That's a real person. It's a real human being. Oh, they spelt it wrong. It's Zooey, like Zooey from Sonic Boom. The other yellow fox
Yeah,
that Tails
there is
likes.
another. Yeah, I remember. It is Zooey. Why is her name Zooey? Dude, I really want to watch the show again now. This is making me want to watch the show.
Okay.
All right. I'll be generic girl this time because you're other generic girl. Goodbye.
So can we just say Zooey?
Yeah.
Zooey said, "Goodbye." Tails said, "This is still Boom, by the way."
Oh, do you want to be Boomtails? You can be Boomtails. I can be Boomtails if you want still, but
no, I'm just trying to think how to do his voice, his normal, not Sonic Heroes voice.
yeah.
"Goodbye," Tails said as he was leaving her house. He sighed happily, skipping his way home. Zooey was about to enter her house when the border of her eye noticed a girl, a purple bird woman, going toward Tails. The fox covered herself a little with the door, watching them talk and walk away. The thought of following them without Tails knowing only kept growing. She had heard about the birds people coming from a different dimension, 3 bird anthro racers that had a little clash with Sonic and the rest of the gang. She didn't care all that much for that. It was just another Wednesday, nothing really new. Tails was a little hurt when she found him, but nothing out of the ordinary either. The thing that completely took her by surprise was that there was a bird woman, the mechanic of the group, and it was Tails, the one that brought her up, with some awe and respect for her. That's what bothered her. This is her thoughts.
Oh. Wait, this is Zooey?
Zooey.
Okay. Come on, he is Tails, the sweetest boy you have ever met. He wouldn't cheat me with another girl, right?
The more rational side of her brain tried to convince her, but before she knew it, she was following them, hiding from sight behind walls and people, trying to listen to whatever they were talking about. Sadly, she was too far away, trying to remain unseen by them, to listen carefully. "So Shorty got himself a girlfriend? What did you have to do to get her? Kidnap her family? Blackmail? Bribing?" Wave teased him. Right on me. "Nothing of that, just my natural charm," Tails said, pointing both of his thumbs toward him. Wave didn't believe him one bit. "What happened?" she demanded in a no-nonsense manner. "You asked someone for advice, didn't you?" Wave suggested, for some reason looking like a teacher or something ready to punish her student. "No," Tails replied, a little too soon. Now Wave was sure he did. "Was it Sonic?" Wave suggested. Tails was unable to hide the surprise from his face from what she suggested. "OMG, you did!" she shouted, starting to laugh at him. "Cut it out!" Tails shouted, flustered. "Why did you even thought it was a good idea?" "I admit, I tirelessly questioned my train of thought back then, but come on, he's not that bad." Tails tried to defend himself. Is Sonic saying this?
Yeah, wait. Oh my gosh.
This is. Yeah, this is Sonic.
Okay.
You are Boom Sonic to remind you.
Dude, she asked for a cheeseburger.
As on cue, Sonic shouted at Dave for messing their order. "Sorry, I will get what your girlfriend wanted," Dave answered with his usual complete lack of emotions. Sonic and Amy, however, blew up.
"She's not my girlfriend,"
he shouted with gritted teeth immediately after Dave's comment.
This is Boom Amy. Well, we're all just the opposite characters. Like,
I think I was Amy.
Right. Do you want to give me the rights to Boom Amy?
You can get, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Seriously, nowadays, anyone sitting with a friend on a table while eating together in a clearly only platonic, non-romantic manner is told that they are a couple. People and their labels. Ha ha ha, right? Ha ha ha.
Amy answered in complete panic, looking chaotic, maybe even a little crazy.
Ha ha. Yeah, I mean, who in their right mind would want a control-free girl as a girlfriend that will try to control him at every step and might hit him with a giant hammer when the littlest things go wrong?
Sonic wished and tried to stop his words from coming, but they simply would not stop until it was too late. Amy stood there frozen for a few seconds while Sonic took little steps away from her. A few more seconds and Amy finally burst, throwing the table they were eating at away. Wave and Tails had to duck because the table flew toward their direction. At this point, Sonic had used his super speed to get as far as he could in the shortest time. Amy then noticed Tails.
Where is the Blue Force 1?
She roared. At my house, but Tails couldn't finish his thought as Amy destroyed her way to his house, breaking buildings and constructions on her way. I rest my case, Wave said, now that things had died down. Yeah, I get it, Tails answered. Hey, at least you didn't ask the crazy wild girl for advice, Wave commented and started walking again, not trying to turn Tails completely red like he did. He was thankful she didn't notice and that he was able to will it away. Before they knew it, Amy appeared riding a blue motorcycle, flying, vehicle thing, and zooming at high speeds. Sometimes I wonder which Amy is worse.
This is Tails. Oh, wait.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You guys said something about us having dimensional counterparts. How different are they from us? He asked. So many of my voices are just the same. To put it simply, Sonic was less arrogant and cocky. Knuckles was not nearly as stupid. Amy was crazy, but yours seems crazier at times. She stopped to look at Tails more carefully. You are probably the least different. Is that a good or bad thing? Tails asked. It's a good thing, Wave admitted, continuing walking. Tails smiled at her answer, although the next part wasn't that nice. That makes you at least tolerable, Wave ended, Tails feeling like he was hit in the back of his head with her comment. Meanwhile, Zooey continued her careful look at them, hiding behind the beaver man, clearly not hiding herself at all. Wave was well aware of her presence, so she decided to exploit it. Without Tails' consent, she grabbed his arm and pushed him against the wall. He wanted to whine or complain, but meeting Wave's eyes, a barely any space left between their mouths, and seeing her hand just a little at his side, well, he was too stunned and confused to say anything, a blush forming on his face. Because remember, kids, sexual assault is okay as long as you're doing it to a man.
Wow!
So Zooey, it's spelled right here. Zooey shouted, pushing the beaver to the floor.
Wow!
What? She shouted, diminishing the distance between getting near them, and she stopped, putting her hands on her knees as she struggled to catch her breath. And who might you? Wave started before Zooey lifted a finger, telling her to hold on.
I have one more wow that I need to get out,
Zooey said, without lifting her head from her position, still not fully catching her breath.
Wow!
She shouted again. If Tails was too ashamed to say anything before, now he was in a completely new level. So, that all you were going to say?
No. What do you think you're going to do with my boyfriend?
Zooey demanded. Huh, I thought Shorty over there was single, Wave answered. She stopped holding Tails to the wall. She turned to herself and him around, now looking at Fox Lady, while she put her head on Tails and her arms around his neck. But Tails wanted to interrupt, but Wave tightened her grip, cutting his hair, unabling him to talk. Unabling. That's cool. That's a cool word.
You're hurting him,
Zooey said. Although I doubt he would want a girl as boring as you. Seriously, there is nothing in you that says individual or special, Wave continued, not paying attention to her.
Who do you think you are?
Zooey shouted, partially forgetting about Tails' problem. My name is Wave the Swallow, racer, mechanic, tomboyish woman, and treasure hunter. What about you? She answered with her typical overwhelming confidence.
Well, I am Zooey Fox, and I play Fuzzy Puppy Buddies.
Zooey answered, it sounding much better on her can't say in. You change the O to an I, and then a lot of your sentences make a lot more sense. It's sounding much better on her head than said, although she really didn't have many things to show off about. Wave was dumbfounded that she said such an answer, then she burst into laughter to the point where she fell on the floor while slamming her fist to the ground repeatedly. Tails finally broke free and ran towards Zooey's side. Zooey.
Oh, yeah. Why are you hanging around with a girl like that?
Zooey snapped at poor Tails. They're from another dimension.
Nope. Huh? No, reread it.
They are from another dimension. I just wanted to see what technology they had, Tails answered defensively, putting his hands up in the air.
Why did that girl thought that you were single?
I don't know. She knows we are a couple. Problems in paradise? Wave asked while still laying on the floor.
Listen, girl, I don't know what you really want with Tails, but if you're trying anything else with my boyfriend...
You will stalk him again like a crazy fangirl? Wave interrupted, cutting her words short. Zooey took a step back before looking at Tails. The young fox looked surprised at her. Not necessarily accusatory, but it made Zooey uneasy. I think the lovebirds need to fix their problem. Come see me when you're all done with that, Wave said before walking away. The couple of foxes stood there, an awkward silence happening between them, both trying to distract themselves with the dirt, at least until she talked first.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have stalked you like I did.
She was looking away, her hands moving one over the other repeatedly. Did I do something wrong? Tails asked, concerned about having hurt Zooey. She smiled. This was really the sweet boy she knew he was.
Not really. It's just that I rarely hear you excited about a girl, let alone one that was a mechanic, and when I saw you hang out with her and her wild look, I couldn't help but feel jealous. She confessed. But why? Tails, you interacted more with her in a few minutes than you have done with me since we date. Then you have done it with me. Oh, you've done it with me since we date. Gosh. She said like it was obvious. Come on, have spent tons of time. Like when I tried to impress you. Tails suddenly stopped talking, trying hard to remember what they have done, but nothing came to mind. You don't even remember! Zooey accused. I am sorry, but nothing comes to mind, Tails explained. Well, I remember. And just like the male fox, nothing came to her own mind. Wait, have we actually ever done something together? She asked. I know. It almost feels like you and I are never the focus. Like people watching us from the outside believe that would be too boring or just another thing to throw around in an attempt to make us look like we are developing as characters. Zooey looked down at when he finished his sentence. Guess I really am too boring. Tails, noticing how sad she looked, moved closer to her and took both her hands with his own. Zooey then lifted her head, eyes locked between one and the other. You are right. You are a little boring, Tails started. The face of Zooey contorted into anger. But I love that about you. Now Zooey looked at him as if he was an alien or something. With Sonic and the others, it is always action, madness of pain. Madness of pain. Lots of pain. And the town people are too eccentric. Because you don't stand out is why you stand out so much to me. Tails told her. I don't think you should ever say that to a girl. Just saying. You're so fucking boring and basic. My life is too crazy. My life has too much fun and adventure. Yeah, I love how you don't do anything and you just kind of exist in a meaningless state. I love that about you. Zooey was now at the brink of tears of joy. She pulled Tails closer to a bear hug. Tails was surprised by her sudden movement, but joined her in the hug a little later. All right, so we're at a break here. We're gonna end it because this episode's been going on for a long time, and we also did the 40 minutes of Disney talk beforehand. So I guess next time will be a little shorty. The shorty episode.
We might be able to sneak in the next chapter.
Maybe not.
I'm looking at it, and probably not, but you
Yeah.
never know. You never know. So, sorry to leave it in the middle of the chapter.
You could like bring up like another small fan fiction. You said you had a lot of those.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
do that. We'll finish this chapter, and then we'll have a bonus short thing.
We need to write down where we
quite
left.
a few.
We need to write down where we left off. I guess there's no way to find out.
Editing, you can do that.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. So
This is a rough one. This is a rough one so far. Oh my gosh.
this one's not a.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very.
the backstory ones haven't been as engaging as the prologue.
Oh my
so
god,
far.
I missed the prologue so much.
Remember when they were racing in the Sonic Riders
I'm so
fan
happy
fiction?
this is the last one. This is the last freaking one. So bear with us as we continue to get through this. But yeah.
Maybe one day I'll think of a different voice I can do instead of just doing the same one for everyone.
But that's not today, unfortunately.
Well, if you like this, like it, do all the subscribing things. I mean, I don't really care, honestly. Like,
At this point,
you can do whatever you want. I mean, we're not making money. We never will. We will never make money, and that's okay. Honestly, I don't think I would want to make money from this show. That'd be weird. That'd be really weird.
I also don't want people watching this, honestly, but
yeah, we make it every single week. Well, we'll see you next time with a fan fiction that Micah finds in the depths and despairs
not find. Continue.
What were we doing last time? I don't even remember.
When can we do this again? When can we do this again? I gotta know. When can I see you again?